Charlie, I know you're not an airlines fan, but you used to be a cruise company fan. Are you back in those names? Remind us.
Yeah, we own Royal. I would say tempered enthusiasm. I think when we first started COVID, we talked about companies that would have a temporary downturn and come back just as strong on the other side, maybe even stronger. And I think cruising falls into that category. We think there is a lot of pent-up demand. They have rallied a lot already, though. And so I don't want to pound the table on Royal, but that's the name that we own.
Another name I wanted to see if you still own was Smucker, because I struggle to figure out how that fits into, Charlie, your thesis of higher inflation and better economic growth. Staples certainly have not been beneficiaries of those things.
Yeah, take a look at the PE, Sarah, and then you'll have your answer. It's trading for like 13 or 14 times earnings with wonderful brands. People discovered Folgers again after paying $4 for their Starbucks coffee. They discovered the 50-cent Smucker's Folgers alternative again. People did discover the wonderful joys of eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at home. So it's a great company trading at a very good price.
Never stopped for some as well. No need to rediscover that joy. Peloton.
We switched to almond butter in my house.
Nah, full fat butter, jam,
no,
peanut butter.
It's still fatty.
In fact, if you're going to eat like that, you need to work out. Christina Partsinevelos tells us now about Peloton.
Yes, that was a perfect segue, and quite a Peloton from its peak at $171. Not long ago, people were paying almost $2,000 to be put on a months-long wait list for Peloton bikes. And now you've got earnings, revenue coming in worse than expected. This chart you're seeing on your screen right now shows revenue decelerating over the past few months. And if we talk about the forecast for the company, which did disappoint, Peloton slashed its annual revenue forecast by as much as $1 billion and cut estimates for subscribers and margins. Back in August, the company hurt profitability by dropping bike prices by $400. The new treadmill also is cheaper. Peloton acknowledges the short-term pain will help them gain market share among younger, less affluent shoppers. And yet the stock is down over 60% year to date. I guess Sarah and her bike is not enough to bring that stock price up. I know she likes the instructor, Alex.
I do, Christina. I love him. He's so motivational.
But you haven't been using your Peloton that much of late.
Wait, but Peloton doesn't get paid by the RPM.
No.
If you keep the subscription.
But it's a sign that you might lose subscribers.
I've been going out more, and therefore I have not been watching Alex as much as in my home.
The point I was going to make, Mike, is how many other stocks are there out there that are sort of in that category of pandemic winners? They shot up, it made so much sense then, and now we're all thinking, God, it's kind of obvious it was overvalued.
Well, look at the Zoom chart. Now again, Zoom is going to be here. Peloton bikes are going to be bought and used, but just the volumes that they were adopted at in the highs. And also, I think that for both companies, you can look at what they were earning at those peak demand quarters. Peloton, 4 best quarters you can imagine. Second quarter of 2020 through second quarter of this year, or first quarter of this year. And they did like 76 cents a share. They weren't really running it for bottom line profits. But the point being, what's the ultimate earning power of a Peloton at this point going forward? You know, it's $50 stock. What are you paying for it? So that's the equation that I think you have to look at. And they have a pretty good little synced up stock chart there of those two stocks.
I guess it doesn't entice you as a value investor after being cut by a third today, Charlie.
What about Planet Fitness, though?
Well, one at a time. I think that the market cap of Peloton, I think it's still $16 billion. So, no, that's absolutely not down enough. We had what we found very helpful to divide the world into 4 groups. Those really helped by COVID, those temporarily hurt by COVID, those unaffected by COVID, and those permanently hurt by COVID. Peloton was absolutely in category 1, helped by COVID. And those stocks were, in our opinion, all overpriced. And Peloton is absolutely in that category. Planet Fitness is a tough business. I want to remind people the gym business, more and more retail, more and more residential buildings are putting in fitness centers that you can join for free or for very low prices. It's a very tough business.